But at first you have to, because you have to subdivide the rhythm. Or else how do you play it? The rhythms. Rhythms are generally 4/4 for bass players. So it's generally ba-do ba 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 ba-do ba 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 ba. You don't need to learn Jocko classes or Jocko lines. Listen to the records, enjoy them, and learn subdivisions the way drummers did. Drummers are the greatest subdividers in music. So if you really want to learn subdivision, learn the way a drummer learns, but I suggest you wait a little bit and just stick to the music that applies to the bass. But drummers are incredible, you know, da-da-da-da. The Zappa music. Zappa music, you may be surprised, is all on quarter notes. It's a lot of downbeats. So, I forgot where I was going with this. The first question is, what's the difference between a metronome and a drum machine? A drum machine is a sophisticated metronome.
I'm using a drum machine.
Do I? I used it to prove and use this gentleman to show that he had good time. And that often people say, well, I need to practice with a metronome or a drum machine. So I say, no, you don't. It's a false principle as far as I'm concerned. So I took a guy who never played bass in his life, and he played perfectly with a drum machine. So that can't be a coincidence. Do you understand? How much better are you than a non-musician in playing in time? So often teachers and I'm not very popular with them because I want them out of the music industry. Not out of cruelty, but they've messed it up bad enough, in my opinion. They're not bad people, they're loving people. They're kind. They care. They're not bad people. But they've screwed up music, in my opinion, to the point where most people here, Arnie was playing for years and he couldn't play a triad. That's not his fault. It's the state of music in this country. Of bass. It's the state. And in my country too. So I come here, not to be cruel, I hope I'm not, but to go, wake up, wake up, wake up. You don't have to be a professional if you don't want to, but if you are, learn this instrument. Take some music. He read in 2 minutes, he read. And he played in time, and you're all the same, and you're all going to get better. She's going to get better fast. He's going to get better a little slower. I'll get better, maybe slower than that, but I'm going to get better. You're all going to get better, but you've got to pursue the right source to do it, and that's music. Follow? Now let me play a little bit, because this is the entertainment portion of my clinic. So no more browbeating. Are you okay with me? Did I make anybody feel bad? You all right?
Just
Good.
showed us the mirror.
I went to therapy for the last 2 years, therapy, and I learned a lot by looking in the mirror. And what I learned is, it hurts sometimes, but you can survive it. And when you go through it, you go, boy, am I glad I saw the truth, for me, and you become happier and more capable. So a little mirror doesn't hurt, but a lot of people, they don't want the mirror. Teachers don't like me, schools don't want me. I am not the internet, by the way, is not a good way to go either. The internet's terrible. YouTube in general for lessons is terrible, terrible. Sit down and subdivide 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, because in 3 months, then you have a gig. You'll burn it, you'll smoke it, because it's easy. The hard part, you've been practicing in your house. What's a gig? You're gonna play. Not like that, but here we go.
Just one thing before you start. I want to also say to everybody here that Jeff was one of my biggest influences when I was a kid, and I'm really, really happy to be here to see you play. Back in the 80s, yes, I'm that old. There was a reputation about you going around in the studio scene like Jeff Berlin, man, this guy is incredible. He gets a piece of music, he looks at it one time, he throws it away and plays the gig. That's the thing that scared the shit out of me until now.
Doesn't scare the shit out of you anymore?
But I just wanted to ask you, how did you develop, I mean, because you were quite a young man still, how did you develop that kind of sense of reading that you could look at something and see directly what it was about?
I've been playing violin since I'm 5 years old.
Okay,
I played violin, I was a symphony violinist. I mean regional symphonies, not the New York Phil or it was regional symphonies. I was a violinist, and you learn notes and you learn reading. So when I got to bass, like I told you guys, the hard part was done early. After, it's a piece of cake. You guys may have to do the hard part now. So what? So do a year. What do you care? That's my question. You love bass, don't you? You love it. So work for it a little bit. Even guys older than me and us old guys. You love bass? Take 15 minutes a day, 10 minutes. With a good teacher, music teacher. If you hear the word chops, licks, grooves, stuff like that, get another teacher. And that's another bass teacher that'll hate my guts, because I want him out of the music industry. Not literally, but you follow? I want him to raise up and teach better. I don't believe in most schools. I don't believe in 90% of what people believe in, because if it worked, everybody here would be playing better. There have been bass lessons on the internet for 20 years. There have been schools, there have been camps, there have been events, there have been gatherings. And as a general group, come on guys, you know this is true. Bass players don't play very well. You have fun, but I don't mean individually this gentleman or this gentleman. I mean as a group. It's more a little bit like he needs to learn music. The learning element is essential. And that's why I object. It's a personal thing, because I worked since I was 5 years old. It's not art. I'm not knocking the artist. That's their business. Slap is their business. Playing fretless is their business. Playing whatever they want in any way they want is personal. I wouldn't criticize a person's artful choice. I criticize the teachers and the schools and the events that are faking out a whole generation of people. Not through evil intentions, but because music isn't first. Music isn't first. One reason they won't put it first is because most people won't tolerate it.
That's right.
They won't tolerate music first. Why? Because music first isn't fun. And I really dislike that word. So I come here seriously trying to talk to my friends. Come on, let's learn some music. And play rock on the side, play the blues, don't stop doing what you love. Never stop doing what you love. Add to what you do. And that means learning music. From a teacher who says, you don't play 4 notes today, Arnie. You play 3. Well, let's just do 2. And Arnie will get better starting on 2 notes. And that's a good week for Arnie, because yesterday he didn't play 2 or 3 notes. You see? So this is a good week. Now do it again next week, but this time we're going to do this. Very good. And slowly you become. I can't even speak, but das ist eine this, das ist eine that. And that's how you learn German, if I want to learn it. That's how I learned Spanish. It works. That's how I went through therapy. Therapy every week. Okay, Jeff, what's happening? My mother. And every week was something. And then the next week was the next. And the next week was the next. And now I'm okay. Is this too loud? Thank you very